My faith started out in a weird way, I'll say. Growing up, I knew about Jesus. I went to Sunday school as a very young kid and tried church as a teenager, and it just wasn't really my place. And then my wife, we've been married almost 17 years. She grew up LDS, and she struggled with faith our entire marriage. So, background, I went to war in Afghanistan. I was in the Army, infantry. And I came home pretty messed up in 2010. I had PTSD from all that I saw, and then ringing in my ears. And coming home, I was just a complete mess. I had one attempted suicide under my belt, and I had this anger that I couldn't get rid of. My wife, had to walk on eggshells around me. It was horrifying to look back at. And nightmares constantly. I was terrified of fireworks, put on headphones and run away from the world when fireworks went off. So just these crazy things were happening to me. I thought life was going pretty good. I had a way to deal with the PTSD with medical cannabis. I had friends and games that I played, and I had a thought of suicide cross my mind, which was a very normal occurrence. But this time I really got angry because everything seemed fine. Everything wasn't fine, and so I asked the question aloud, is this really all there is for me? And it was almost the second I asked the question, I was just poured over with peace, with love and joy, and hate and anger were lifted from my heart. I grew to love people just that moment. I love everybody, and it was amazing. I saw Jesus in the midst of it in my mind, carrying me through so many things, like my suicide attempt. He reminded me of Footsteps in the Sand, the poem, and it just kept seeing moments where he carried me. And so after this, I go tell my wife the next day, and she's completely bewildered by this. And but yeah, I just said, this is me now. And it was that Sunday I went to King's Cross and met all of you guys. And I was led to that through my dad, who knew somebody at the church, and that's how I got led to you guys. And man, what a family I got adopted into immediately. It was beautiful. You guys loved on me immediately, and just wanted to jump in and help because I loved it so much. And so after that, New Year's Eve came around, and I went and hung out at a family party, and fireworks started to go off. And normally this is something I'd be like, no, and run away. But this time, I'm smiling ear to ear. I'm laughing with my friends and family, and my heart rate is not in an anxious beat. And I was just so happy because I had been changed completely that first night that this all happened. And this was just another proof of that happening, was the, not being afraid of fireworks. And then honestly, seconds later, another terrifying thing happened where somebody was popping a cork of a champagne bottle immediately behind me, and I was terrified normally. But I turned around to see my brother-in-law looking in my eyes, crying, seeing me not freak out, and with my eyes telling him, I'm okay. And man, that was a powerful moment for me. So soon after this, my wife, who had struggled with faith through our marriage, and honestly, we had a pretty rough marriage, she came to be baptized at our church, and she came to faith in Jesus. And man, that was probably the happiest day of my life, to watch my wife be baptized and join me in eternity with all this. Has been so amazing. And then after that, my marriage was rescued from the depths. Not only was I saved, not only was my wife saved, but our marriage of almost 17 years coming up soon. It's been absolutely the best year of my life. I don't know how to explain it other than that. My anxiety from everything I experienced in the past has been dropping. I faced trauma from my childhood and in programs at church, and been able to stare that down and have God just love on me and get me through that. And it just reminds me of the story of Jesus meeting with Peter when he comes back, and he takes him by the fire after Peter's been traumatized. He takes him by the fire, and he gives him food, and he tells him, Peter, do you love me? And he does that 3 times, and it just reaffirms. He denied him 3 times, but now he says, I love you 3 times. And it's almost like healing that trauma in that conversation. And I feel that in a big way.